Good morning. Welcome to Bruh Talk Live. This is the morning show where I'm going to motivate you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is Bruh Talk, LA's home of positive vibes. I am your host, Almighty. Bruh Talk is where we react to trending topics from a point of empathy, love, peace. We cover spirituality stuff. We cover consciousness stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about positive vibes over here. You know what I'm saying? It's all about positivity. You know what I'm saying? And if that sounds good to you, of course, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? This is our morning stream where we start with some positive words. Start your day off right. You feel me? Oh my God. You feel me? Later on today, I'm going to do a new stream. Right now, I'm just starting with the motivational stream. I've been lagging on the motivational streams for a little bit, so I decided to come back with it because, this is Bruh Talk. This is what we do here, positive vibes, you feel me? So today's topic, when we talking motivation, is basically, I'm not even going to cap it, is faith. Faith is the topic of today, man. Believing in what you haven't seen yet, like trusting in the process. Faith has multiple forms, people could say. Jason, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, man. Faith has multiple forms it could take. It could take in the form of some people like believing in what they haven't seen yet. Some people can just be comfortable and trust, what's going to happen. It's just what kind of faith are we talking about? Depending on what situation it is, right? And today we are talking faith. That's what we're talking this morning. You know what I mean? So, hey, welcome everybody. Jason is in here. Jason, it's been a whole day. My bad. Yesterday, I don't know, I got so sleepy, man. And there was a video I was trying to put up on the podcast channel that I end up kind of having issues with. But I just put it up now, so it's going to be there later on by 12 on the podcast channel. Talking emotional intelligence, men and relationships on Allmightyvibes podcast channel. So check that one out. But yeah, let's talk faith, right? So faith. Bible scripture talks about faith as substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. I realized that spirituality sees faith as manifestation, right? Believing in something that you don't have yet, but acting as though you have it. Basically, that way. Quantum physics or whatever it is sees it more as we have multiple dimensions, right? And you just got to live in what dimension you want your reality to be in. And that dimension in you, because you synchronize with that dimension, vibrating on that dimension's wavelength, it's going to merge. So these are the theories. These are the different things. All, like, I'm talking from the religious aspect of faith, the spiritual aspect of faith, to the scientific aspect of faith, all saying the same thing, right? You want to access something, you want something, don't just ask for the thing. Nah, act as though you already have the thing and you will have that thing. This is the concept of faith. I'm saying this because every time I come on here, every topic I bring up is a reflection of my life. It's something that's happened to me, right? I don't like to spew shit that I ain't, lived on. I might not have it in the grandiest moment, right? I might not have it in the biggest, look and all that. But it's happened to me even in little microcosms, little spaces, little experiences, right? So when we're talking about faith, and I'm telling you about understanding that concept of faith, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, right? You becoming that thing. You have to be that thing for that thing to happen to you. When I'm saying this from a place of experience, right? So recently, I like to use myself as an example, right? So recently, typically I'm the kind of person that likes to work hard, always be busy, do stuff, blah, 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 right? And life kind of like showed me that, I can't, basically life put me in a corner where all my physical efforts were for naught. Like they weren't going nowhere. It wasn't doing nothing. So I had to learn what the universe or what life was trying to teach me, right? It's not only about physical effort alone. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it grace, some people call it mercy, some people call it just whatever they call it, karma. Sometimes, or not sometimes, all through the times, we experiencing what we don't deserve, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, because some people, like right now we talking, some people passing away, you know what I'm saying? So all that. So, as I was saying, right? During this experience, life was difficult, right? The way I planned for life didn't go the way I expected it and all that good stuff. There were moments where I didn't have anything financially. I would watch these stories, these documentaries, not documentaries. I would watch these YouTube things where people were talking about manifestation, right? And of course, I've always thought of manifestation. I was like, manifestation sounds a whole lot like faith, like what religious people call faith, right? It just seems like the same thing. You got to act like you got it, and eventually you're going to get it, right? So cool. I pieced everything together because, as I said, I've always been that person that tries to piece things together. Since I was younger, I've, seen that connection. And I'm like, okay, let me try this out, right? And of course, the thing about this manifestation faith thing is you going against logic. You're literally going against what your brain, what your eyes, what your senses see to create something, right? And if you're trying to manifest something like that, it takes a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not just saying it with your mouth. You have to actually believe it. And being a scientific individual, it's hard for me to go by what my eyes cannot see, what I haven't tested, you know what I'm saying? So I went through that little journey for, a month or so, trying and testing that. And truly, it did work. There were moments where I didn't have anything, but just believing that I was going to make it through the day, I was able to, food, herb, all the stuff I need to, just so I'm still able to make content and stuff like that. So it was like, I'm like, okay, there has to be something to this, right? So I tried, let's test it out again, right? I'm a scientist, right? So I tested it out again, and it's fact. It's not just, it's my mind. The only problem is that when trying to manifest something or trying to create something, trying to live on faith, you have to break that wall of previous experiences. You have to forget what you've learned, because you're basically going against what you've been told from, you're trying to go against, when you're trying to create something, manifest something, whatever it is, you're going against everything that you've been told that, you need to create it first. Like, you need to put this and this together to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? It goes from the mind. Now you're getting to basically create it, I guess, straight up from the mind. You know what I'm saying? And bypassing that in between. Not saying that there's no physical action, but you're mentally now thinking of bypassing that in between, because you're thinking, I'm already here, right? I'm already here. Not like I got to do something to get here. I'm already here, right? And of course, in reality, in the current reality, you're not there, right? But you have to see yourself there. Mentally, imagine yourself there. Feel that you are there, right? And within time, you will get there. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because that concept is just, it's a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like as I said, I'm not here like, I'm explaining, stuff that be going on with me. Watching it happen to me, sometimes you question like, yo, are you sure? Like, as I said, I'm a science guy. So when it happens the first time, I'm like, man, okay, hold on. You do it again, you're like, yo, hold on. Maybe, they'll say first time is a coincidence, second time a mistake, third time, what I'm saying? Third time is for sure, right? And doing that over and over again, I got to learn that it's not coincidence, it's not a mistake. I always talk about balance. There's a price. You have to pay that price. You know what I'm saying? There's a price for that shit. The price of knowledge is seclusion. The more knowledge you get, the more secluded you are from the people that don't have the knowledge. You know what I mean? And the price of this one, of manifestation, is, to be honest, I think it's insanity, right? In the sense of like, you're doing something that doesn't make sense. Literally, you're going against your senses, right? You're living in something that is not yet real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally living in a reality that you're creating a reality. So it's not that it's not real. It's just not real right here. Scientifically, they tell us, there are multiple realities existing simultaneously, right? or simultaneously, right? So right now, when you make that left in another reality, science says, or quantum physics says, or I think that's quantum physics, says you made another reality, you made a right. Another reality, you went up. Another reality, you went down. Another reality, you just stood there. You know what I'm saying? That's what physics is saying. That's what science is saying, right? So if you want to exist in any of these realities, according to, like you hear someone like a Billy Carson, right? I think it's Billy Carson, all right? You have to act like that. And then your body, like, you're going to get synchronized with that reality in this reality, right? That's the idea. Faith, Christianity, spirituality, or faith says, I'm talking about, let's say Christianity, for example, says act like it. Basically the same thing, just without the explanation of why you should do that. You know what I'm saying? Faith says, act like it, which is what substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen, right? That's what faith is, according to the Bible, right? So faith says act like it, right? Do all this stuff and you're going to get it, right? Science says multiple dimensions, vibrate on that wavelength, meaning same shit, act like it, right? And you're going to merge with that dimension, right? Spirituality says basically the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You have everything already. Everything is in you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is act like it, and you're going to pull it out from yourself. Everybody is saying the same thing, right? So when it comes to manifestation and all this good stuff, I think the only hurdle is the fact that you have to act like you have something that you don't have. You have to literally go against your brain for that thing. And that's the hardest part because, I mean, duh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody telling you, bruh, hey, I got $1 million. You know what I'm saying? I got $1 million for you type shit. And they ain't got $1 million for you. You gonna feel it, one. The first thing you think is they lying to you. So you basically, in a sense, kind of have to lie to your senses. That's hard. It's hard work. It's hard work. That's why manifestation don't be working for some people. It's not because, it's not because the shit doesn't work. It's because it's hard to do. It's simple. You tell somebody this is it's simple. Tell you it's simple. It's a simple thing, right? But it's not easy. It's difficult. It's simple as in what to do is just do this. Anybody can start doing it. But can you actually achieve it? No. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's an easy task. Oh, just act like it. You know what I'm saying? Just act like it. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. All I got to do is act like I got it. Okay, cool. By the time you act like you got it for, 1 month, you ain't seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you like, yo, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Or you talking to somebody, you having a conversation with somebody, you telling them, oh, I got this car. You ain't got no car. You know what I'm saying? They looking at you like you crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people, and of course, just like anything in life, the more you do something, the better you get at it. Also with me, I've noticed the first time you do it might be hard, second time, less hard, easier. Eventually you start manifesting things much easier because the truth about it is we are subconsciously manifesting our reality. Every single thing that's happening to you, you've thought about it. Like literally, your thoughts had escaped you and you thought about it. And then sometime maybe you dwelt on it a little bit. And then maybe it might not happen to you right then, but in far future, it did happen to you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you weren't even thinking about, oh, damn, I did think about that back then. But everything that is happening to us, we created in here. I have a concept. I believe that imagination is not truly imagination. I believe that tying that in with the quantum physics shit, right? Those multiple dimensions where things are different. I feel like every time, like when you dream, you moving in between these dimensions. You might be tapped into a different frequency. So like every picture, I feel like every picture, every movie, all those things, like the reason why things look like sometimes it makes sense so much is because it actually does make sense. Like it's happening in another dimension. This is my theory. This is just my hypothesis. So that's that, right? I believe that there's no such thing as imagination, really. It's just you're tapping into a memory from another dimension or another reality and you putting it together here. This is my belief. This is what I think. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is bro talk. We go deep with it. You know what I'm saying? Consciousness, we think about it. You know what I'm saying? Although, yes, we're talking about manifestation, faith, and all that. But I'm just saying, I think imagination comes from a place of reality. So if you thinking, oh, I'm just imagining this, perhaps you're not. Perhaps you're just pulling that from another reality, trying to bring it to this reality. So if you know it's real somewhere, at least you know it's real somewhere. Meaning all you gotta do is bring that reality into this one. Right? Faith, manifestation, vibration, whatever, any word y'all want to call it. The idea is, I truly believe it. As I said, it's happened to me, right? In small portions, right? And I'm working on getting it in a large portion. But it's happened to me, right? And I believe it's happened to some of us right here, subconsciously. Some of us, it's probably happened to us, and we've thought about it like, it was probably a coincidence. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? The scientist in me questions everything that I experience. I just don't let it. I don't leave it to the question, to the presumption of it's a coincidence, right? I question it like, okay, hold on. This has happened 2 or 3 times already, at the same state. Okay, the same state of mind, but different situation, different environments, different conditions. Okay, let me see if I can put these together, right? Put these conditions, like, let me keep the same condition all over and test that mental state. This is how I came to saying, oh, what I'm telling y'all right now, it worked for me. Like I've seen it work for me. I'm living right now as an example of it works for me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, when people, as a scientist, and mind you, as I said, this is the spiritual shit. I broke it down. I've said faith has a word for it, or should I say religion has a word for it. They call it faith. Science, or quantum physics, or whatever they call it, and spirituality have a word for it. They call it manifestation. All the same. To achieve what you want, you have to just act like you want that. You have to act like what you want to get that. I thought about this in the concept of like the streets. Of course, I'm gonna think like that because, well, you know, that's kind of just me. You know what I mean? I thought about it in the streets, right? How do all these rappers make it out the streets? Like the niggas that really like blowing up type shit. And if you listen to all of them, when they tell you, they be like, bro, I really believed what I was doing. Like they stake their life on the line for that shit and truly believe in it, right? I mean, as I said, I'm a scientist. I'm going away. I'm like, bro, everybody believes in their shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking, right? Everybody believes in their shit. Why the fuck? Well, that don't make sense. But if you think about it, everybody believes in shit. Why are you willing to stake your life on it? The homie, one of my homies, shout out to homie Minx, a comedian, YouTube comedian, actor, producer, all that good stuff. The homie had told me something. He was like, bro, if you want something, you gotta, like, it has to be this thing or nothing. This is when I was like I was juggling my jobs and content and all this good stuff, and life was just kind of going crazy for me. And I got on the phone with him, and I told him, he was like, bro, I don't think you want this content shit bad enough. I don't think you want to do this bad. I'm like, what you mean, nigga? You see me? I'm like, I got 3 jobs. I had 3 jobs. I was training clients. I had all my channels. Like, I was doing so much. Like I literally was on the move all the time, right? And I'm like, bro, what you mean I don't want this bad enough? What you talking about, bro? Like, I'm still putting content and I'm still doing content consistent. He's like, nigga, if you really want this content shit, you be doing this content shit, right? I'm like, man. So, peep, I lost my job. What's good, aliens? By the way, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. This is LA's home of positive chat, positive vibes. I'm your host, Almighty. We talking manifestation, faith, whatever word you call it, right? But bro hit me and he was like, bro, he's like, yo, so okay, no, so I was telling you, so after I spoke, so I lost those jobs and those things, right? Just by mistake. Like, what I mean is, like, life just happened for some reason. I don't understand how. And then I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So I'm telling him how, like, life is going. Like, I'm about to give up on content. Fuck all that boo. He's like, bro, you never actually even gave content your all. I'm like, what you mean, bro? I was doing it. He's like, bro, you were juggling all these things. But, like, did you decide that if this content shit don't work, then it's quits? Like, did you really, like, put all your mind into this shit, like, to see if that would work? I was like, bro, I can't afford to do that. I got bills to pay. I got this and that. He's like, bro, then you're not serious. He's like, nigga, people. He gave me instance with his life and stuff. I'm not about to share it, but he gave me some deep instances and stuff, like, you know, using himself, and you know, and he was telling about all the people, like, people. So, like, if you really want something, And this is why I was talking about the rappers, right? So a lot of people believe in what they say, like, "Oh, I want this, I want that." Like, you know, I want to be rich and all that good stuff. I want my goals to happen. I want my dreams to happen. Woo, woo, right? Cool. You want it to happen. It sounds good. It does. It truly sounds good. But are you willing to give up on everything else but that thing? Like, and what I mean is solely do that thing and see if this is. Most of us are not, because they're gonna tell you, "Oh man, I got bills to pay. I got this to this." Then I don't think you want it that bad. I don't truly think you don't want it that bad if you're not willing to forsake everything for that thing. As they say, if you're not willing to do this shit for free, then why the fuck are you getting paid for it, right? Like what basically they're saying, your career, your job should be something you're willing to do for free. Another way I'm trying to say this is, bruh, you have to truly believe in the thing, bro. You have to truly believe in it, bro. Like, because what I'm saying is, like, the reason why these rappers, like I was saying, like, why they would make it out compared to just everybody. Everybody believes in this shit, but these niggas stake their lives on this shit. Like, they really put their lives on trying to make it out of that shit, right? Niggas might be beefing with niggas and all that shit, but he's still making it to the studio, trying to do his thing, selling his records and putting his livelihood, putting money that he's made from his blood, you know what I'm saying, sweat and tears, all that shit into the thing. And you wonder why the person ends up making, maybe they might have one hit, maybe they might have a successful career. But I was just thinking, I'm like, it's because of how much belief they put into that goal that they want. So no matter what goal we're trying to set, right? If you want to manifest that goal, you want to faith that goal up, you want to create that goal, all you have to truly do is really and honestly believe in it. Let's be honest, fuck believing. You have to know. Knowing, and when I'm saying knowing, you have to know without seeing it. I mean, that's why I'm calling it belief. But it really has to be the strongest concept of belief, right? That's what I mean by insanity. For that thing that you want, right, that seems not to be coming easy to you, you want to create that thing, you want that shit to happen to you, you really have to go to the point of insanity when it comes to believing in it. You have to act like you have it before you have it. And I'm not just talking of act. You have to believe, you have to know that you have it. Look, make it, fuck what I'm saying, right? Make it, I told you I'm a scientist, bro. Make it a scientific move in the sense of, like, let's say you're a busy person, you got a lot going on, whatever the fuck it is. Cool, get a pen and pad, right? And you want to manifest something? Test it out. Today, 7 days. As a scientist, I'm a scientist, as I said, right? I graduated with a biology degree, right? And psychology degree. So, by psychology minor, right? So when I'm looking at everything from the scientific angle of things. I said this earlier. I tested what I'm saying. I'm not just telling you some shit. I'm telling you some shit that worked for me because I tested it the best way I could, the most scientific way I could, because there are a lot of variables to consider in life alone. But I tested it the best way I could to my ability, right? When aliens, what's up? Ezwin, what's up? So all you have to do is take a pen and pad, right? It's not complicated. Start with something small. Okay, I want $10. And I don't want to work for this $10. I just want $10 to come to me for free. You know what I'm saying? Cool. If I'm talking about manifestation, go research. Manifestation is basically, I just told you, it's very simple. It's not complicated. It's just people go in depth about it to help you, motivate you to think more. It's basically imagine what you want and act like you already have what you want. Imagine what you want in depth. The more depth you imagine, the better for you. The faster your thing gets to be realized. I'm just being real, right? As I said earlier, I truly don't believe imagination is just imagination. I think it's you tapping into another dimension. I don't believe there's anything just created. Oof. No, I think everything already exists in all the dimensions. When you try to imagine, when you start thinking right now like this, I'm trying to imagine something right now, I think I'm tapping into some dimension Like you know what I'm saying? Life is energy. Everything is energy. We know there's a multiverse, there's a universe, there's so many things in physics, quantum physics alone that we understand that it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So let's not just call it hoopla and bullshit and it's spiritual. It is spiritual, but spiritual, what's it called? I think quantum, what's it called? That physics is explaining the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality, I've always said this shit. I was like, bruh, the way people feel about spirituality, like, oh, people just talking some bullshit. So you trying to just meditate and you just create. It's the same way they were talking about science back in the medieval times. Like, oh, science is black magic, it's bullshit. Yo, just trying to summon demons. It's the same fear. That's that fear of the unknown. But now we find out that physics, science is explaining that thing that spirituality has been talking about all this time. Check out Billy Carson and all that shit. Science is there. Consciousness. That's this whole thing we call consciousness. This whole consciousness stream. You know what I'm saying? Where it's tapping it. It's merging the spiritual, with the scientific. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rocky. Wait, whatever. But nah. So getting to what I'm saying, right? So by the way, everybody in here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. This is a LA's Home of Positive Vibes, where we talk deep stuff. You know what I'm saying? Positive vibes, spirituality, blah blah blah. We are talking manifestation or faith, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Faith, and I'm not talking about like religion, faith. I'm talking about faith. Religion, call it faith, right? Believing in what's unseen. You know what I'm saying? Science, spirituality, call it manifestation. All the same thing, right? That's what it is. That's what we're talking about. So I'm saying, if you have a goal you want to achieve, in order to get there, you have to go into insanity. Insanity is the faith thing we're talking about. You have to act like you have it. And you have to not just believe that you have it, but you have to know that you have it. And I'm saying, don't just take my word for it. Make it a scientific project like I did. Take a pen and pad, a notebook, and you want to imagine $10. Start with $10. Start with something, whatever it is. I'm just saying $10, but start with something. It could be something. Be specific. Be specific. Something that you know that if it happened, you can't say, oh, it's this and that. You know what I mean? Oh, a toy car or some shit. Fuck, I don't know. Like something that, you know what I mean? Be specific. Start small. Now you imagine that thing every day that you already have that thing. Act like you already have that thing. Speak like you already have that thing. Right? Just do that. It's not even complicated. I'm not saying every day. And just document how it goes every day. Do you have it? Day 1, I said this. I don't have it yet. Day 2, I don't have it yet. You know, so stuff like that, right? Document how long of a time you spend thinking about these things. And then because I feel like human beings these days don't even try to be scientific about some shit. They hear it and it just sounds like it sounds like it goes against science. But it probably doesn't, because niggas never tried it. Don't forget, science is basically you test something out. If it happens over and over again, it's proven. That's science. That's why it keeps changing. It keeps evolving. Something that happened before might not be happening again. And that's science, evolution. And some things, you know what I'm saying? That's science. Different circumstances make things happen. You might try this thing 10 times, but it might just be happening all this time because it's in this circumstance. You know what I'm saying? By the time 10 years from now, you try it again, thinking you in that circumstance, it might not be. And that's why science evolves. But that's what science is. Science is not like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So when people hear some conscious stuff, some spiritual stuff, they're like, oh, that's just bullshit. It's hoopla. Nah, bro, you test it out for yourself. It's fucking practice science. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So truly manifestation is a thing. I promise you. Well, I can't promise you. Try it for yourself. Fuck what I'm talking about. I always say this on this channel. Don't listen to me. Test it out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Test it out for yourself. By the way, Ezwin, welcome to the fam, man. I see you just hit that. Welcome to the fam. I see you hit that subscribe button. Everybody hit that subscribe button. Welcome. Well, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's tapping it. But yeah, so truly, like, manifestation is a thing. And that now leads into the thing of your thoughts. If truly what I'm saying is the case, that we all manifested, everything that we're experiencing right now is a result of what we've thought of. You see why it's so important, the kind of thoughts you think repeatedly, the kind of thoughts you let into your mind, the kind of information you take in, You know what I'm saying? You see, it's not a problem taking in negative information if you're strong enough to not let it influence your mind. Because now once it starts influencing your mind, you start seeing that and you start creating that. Have y'all, I don't know if y'all ever experienced something where I'm just saying, this has happened to me. I don't know if it's happened to y'all, where you just, you watch negative shit. Let's just say you spend a day watching something that was trending that was negative. Like for the whole day, that was what was going on. And the next day, for some reason, your day is just shit. It's literally just shit. It just sucks. It's not like, I'm not going to say like, bad luck. Nah, but the day just feels bad. Maybe shit just ain't working. I don't know if anybody has experienced shit like that. It has happened to me. It's all energy. Life is energy. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying. A lot of us, we don't notice these things because it's not what's taught in schools, right? Plus, even what's taught in schools, don't forget, some of us on here are college graduates. Some of us don't even need that. School is not necessary for everybody. I mean, you got to learn the basics, but college and all that's not that. But what I'm trying to say is, all of us, we understand that education or knowledge, everything that we experience in this life, everything, we don't even consume all of that. The knowledge that you have right now that you're using is the only one that you retain. Shit that you don't use, you don't keep. 20%, what they say, 20%, 10% of what you learn in school out of your brain because you don't use it. You only retain the knowledge that you use, things that you use literally in the day-to-day. So, my point to what I'm saying is, bro, all of us, every single one, you, me, we can do this shit, bro. Manifestation is a thing. You, me. Try it out. Try it out. Try it out. Scientifically, try it out. Don't just take my word for it. Fuck what I'm talking about, right? Practice it. See if it works for you. I remember I met this lady, bro. Random shit, bro. She was thick as fuck, bro. Seen her at Rouse. I'm like, I went to try to holler at her, right? Got her thing, all that good stuff. And she starts telling me, she's talking about manifestation and all this good stuff. This was a time back then when I didn't even had no bread, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. Not like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I was talking, and she's telling me about manifestation and how like she's never broke, she never struggles. This is a year ago. She was like, she never struggled. I'm like, you know, and she's talking about it. Mind you, I'm already at that time, I'm still, like, I'm a spiritual person. But I still hadn't like fully, I hadn't grasped manifestation properly. You know what I'm saying? But she was telling me herself, like, and she did it in front of me type shit. Like, she was like, bro, she would manifest money like this. You know what I'm saying? And she told me how to do it. But based on life circumstances, I ain't gonna lie to you. Life was happening to me so much that I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I need a job. Fuck this manifestation shit. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like most of us are like that. Guess what? A year motherfucking later. Last year, every single thing that happened to me at the same time, well, not every single thing, I lied. The negative thing that happened to me last year at the same time happened to me this year, right? Jobs. So I had 5 streams of income 2 years ago, lost it into last year, right? Had three streams of income at the end of last year, lost it into this year, right? At the same date within the year, like 3rd day into the year, the same time. Crazy shit. Shit is wild. I stopped being mobile. I couldn't drive. Like, my car had an issue. Either I had no gas or something. I basically couldn't move the same exact way it happened the previous year. Right? Crazy. Coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about that. Because I was asking people questions. I thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, bro, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Am I crazy? You know what I'm saying? What's good, Karomi? Welcome to the stream. I'm like, am I tripping? Like, why the fuck? Everything's happening exactly the same way it happened last year? The same time? It was crazy. Crazy enough, I just thought about it. I had the same kind of job. I had a security job. Like a security gig. Even though I had 2 at this time. Back then, it was the same circumstance, and you know what I'm saying? And now, guess what? Manifestation is the thing I'm doing. I'm living it. Last year, she told me about it. I said, fuck that. I'm going to go get a job. I'm blah, 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 blah. Life has forced me to learn that thing. I swear to God, it's crazy. To learn that thing that a girl was talking about. I blew it off like, yo, bro, fuck that. I'm going to do it like the regular people do, like everybody else be doing. Fuck it. Get a job. Fuck you. I'm not about to be like one of these lazy motherfuckers. Fuck that. I'm going to get a job. All I need to do is get a job. Fuck that. I got 3 of them hoes. 3 jobs. 3. How did that help me? Lost all them shits. Not even, and crazy part is not for anything that I did. Literally, the jobs themselves had, right. Yo. And then I'm shit out of luck. Then I was forced to learn that manifestation shit. And now I'm out here talking to y'all about this shit. Just the same way she was talking to me about it. Crazy? Coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences in the universe, so, you know. Trust me, bro. Practice that shit. Try it out. You know what I'm saying? Try it out. Just, you know, as I said, just try it out. That tells you everybody has a superpower, a super ability within us. When I was younger, I was so enthused and enthused. I'm an anime guy. If you don't know, I'm a nerd. Like I'm amongst all the other shit, I'm a nerd, bro. Like that's why I have a whole channel called Almighty Nerds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a nerd, right? You know, so I've always been enthused with like superpowers and muscles. You know, I used to bodybuild and stuff like that. Superpowers and muscles and all this stuff, just extraordinary shit. Life is too boring with just what your eyes can see. You know what I'm saying? I've always never, I came out this world feeling like life was boring already. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it just wasn't, you know what I mean? I wanted the sci-fi shit. Like, I swear to God. Like, the sci-fi shit, the this and that, the hoopla and that. I came out of life like that. I've always asked myself, why the fuck why was I like that? And it explains why I'm like this. Deeper, you know, conscious, open-minded, whatever the fuck it is. But I came out of life like that. And truly, we all have these abilities within us because it seems like we evolved in some things and devolved in a lot of things. Humans, right? I want to believe that the earlier humans were more conscious. I want to believe that they created more reality. I want to believe that they lived life a lot different. Maybe within all that, you know, depending on what you believe. If you believe like the Bill Carson thing, you know, the Thope and all that, the Emerald Tablet stuff, that's a possibility. I don't know, depending on what you believe. But for me, I want to believe that, you know, we devolved spiritually, consciously, and evolved physically, right? And now this generation, these times coming in, we going back, we evolving again back into the way we should, you know, where we should be. I definitely believe that the human race, human family, you know what I'm saying? We on our way. We on our way. You know what I'm saying? People shouldn't give up hope on humans. We shouldn't give up hope on humans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, more and more, a lot of people are tapping into this consciousness, this spiritual, this scientific, you know, this next realm stuff, right? And I think that's the next stage. That's the next stage. Don't forget, before it was a question, are there aliens? Are there not aliens? Now it's confirmed. There are UFOs and all this good stuff. So we know that first, life is not just what our eyes can see. There's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on than what you can perceive. Like, your perception is not reality. It's not the only reality out there. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the other day how this also supports into my manifestation thing, right? In science, I don't know if you all learned about this, there are multiple spectrums of light, right? Roy Biv, right? Red, blue, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Ultraviolet, blah, blah. We humans only see, 3 of them shits? Red, blue, and some other shit, right? So we use ultraviolet to see some things. We use, you know what I'm saying, infrared to see some things as well, right? Now, simply knowing that tells you enough about reality. that what you are seeing, what you are seeing, if truly in spectrums of light alone, what did I say? How many? What the fuck was that? 9, 7, 7 of them shit, some shit like that. And we only seen 3. What about the other 4 fuckers, right? And if you basing your life solely based on those 3, what about the other 4? It's very simple. If you understand, if people that trust in science so much even just look at it, you can understand, you can see that this so-called spiritual shit is not really just spiritual shit. It's true. It's fact. It's just we trying to understand that gap. You feel what I'm saying? Science is coming closer and closer to understand that gap between spiritual and, because yoga is proven so. People do yoga and they lives are transformed. No, they can't explain that. Now we're being able to explain that through science. You know what I'm saying? Oh, when you do this, your mind releases this chemical. And before, people were like, oh, that's bullshit. That's not true. That's nothing. You trying to tell me you just think about it and then all of a sudden your body's just gone. You know what I'm saying? So truly, there's something in there. But it's only when you test it out for yourself, instead of just knocking it down like, nigga, manifestation is some bullshit. It doesn't work. Man, you trying to tell me I don't need to go to work or go to school? I can just sit down at home and money will come to me? I don't know if I'm trying to tell you that, but I'm trying to tell you, if you really want that shit and you sit down and you imagine that shit one way or another, you might find yourself walking some way, somehow, doing something, something that's going to bring that shit to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, let's just think about it psychologically. If you really want something so bad, your body is going to move. Like, it's just, when you're really hungry, no matter even if when you're fasting, I don't know if I'm not talking about fasting with just food. I don't know. I'm from Nigeria, bro. When we say fasting, we talking about fasting like there's no water, there's no food. You know what I'm saying? That's how we fast. You know what I'm saying? It's not fasting of just, one thing or another. Now, when we fast, we say fasting, we're talking about no water, no food. You're fasting, right? If you fast, even, I don't know if anybody is fasting like that. When you fast, you might not truly, you're not going to eat and you don't want to eat, but you're going to see food. You're going to look at food sometimes. Like, your body will be mad. Like, if you see food, you're going to kind of lose yourself a little bit in thought of food. Like, you kind of get attracted towards food. My point to what I'm saying is, if you really want something bad, your body's going to move. And that's part of what I'm saying. If you really believe that you got this thing already, your body's going to move. So it's not saying, oh, you trying to say if I just sit down here and believe and it's just going to happen? Yeah, I'm basically going to say that, because eventually once you sit down here and believe hard enough, your body's going to move. Yes, the thing is coming to you, but your body also is going to move. Why? Because this is what controls all this. This right here controls all of this. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, man. Like, you can manifest shit, bro. You just got to test it out. All you got to do is test it out. Fuck what I'm talking about. So I always say, forget what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. Try it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always say. Forget the messenger. Take the message. A lot of people love to blame people. Oh, man, I'm not going to listen to Charleston White because he's a piece of shit. He says the fucker. Forget the messenger, bro. What is he saying? Oh, y'all should stop being so this and that. Oh, okay, cool. All right, that's a good message. I don't fuck with the messenger, though. That's cool, but I take the message. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep saying this over and over again. Who makes a millionaire a millionaire? It's not always a millionaire. A teacher. Who teaches you about, like, the basics of anything? Like, the teacher. Look at the teachers right now. Teachers are not rich, but yet teachers teach everybody that go on to be what they go on to be. Your lecturers in school that teach you how to be, like, teach you about business. Some of them might not even be rich, but then they teach people that end up becoming millionaires and billionaires. You can't always look at the messenger and be like, oh, actually, you should never look at the messenger and be like, oh, I'm going to take the message based on the messenger. That's stupid. If the message resonates with you, if the message makes sense, take it. Fuck the messenger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is it? Like, you know what I mean? I think it's that thing that they taught us when we were younger, right? You know what I'm saying? Basically, don't listen to the person if the person doesn't look like. When I think that's false. That's false. As I said, I just gave you one with the teachers. You should listen to the message. If it makes sense, run with it. That's just my thought about it. You see what I'm saying? That's just my thought about it. Just being honest. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all can let me know what y'all think about it, man. Everybody in here, hit that subscribe button. This is LA's home of positive vibes. This is Bruh Talk. And today we're just talking about manifestation or faith, however way you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Basically believing or acting, basically going to the level of insanity to create what you believe in, which is acting like it before you actually have it. That will give it to you, of course, but you get what I'm saying. According to science, acting like it, you resonate, you vibrate on the wavelength, on that reality, because it already exists, but in another reality, right? So you just acting like it, you're vibrating on that same wavelength, and soon enough, those realities will merge. I don't know if y'all seen like that Jet Li movie, The One. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like going around each reality, killing the one so he can be the, similar thing. And you see, imagination helps. I give you all these imaginations so it helps with your imagination. Like, it really does help. So when you're sitting and imagining things, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You're thinking about things like that. All that helps. Don't forget, as I said, imagination is not really imagination. It's just you tapping into multiple realities and picking what you want from there and putting it into your reality. Take it how you will. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, as I said, Bruh Talk, at least on positive vibes, hit that subscribe button. I'm your boy, Almighty. That's me right there. You know what I'm saying? Hit that, follow me on the gram. Of course, give me a thumbs up if you got some value from this. I will be live again later on today to cover the trending topics of, I guess, the weekend or the week. So, that sounds like something you're interested in. Of course, we're doing everything from a point of empathy, love, peace, spirituality, blah, 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 right? So hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you know when I do go live. Because I might put it on here. I might put it on there so you might see what time it might be, but I might change it. So just either way, turn on the bell notification. Give me a thumbs up if you got some value. I appreciate everybody. Stay mighty because we are mighty. I'm going to catch y'all next time. I am out. Peace and blessings. Have a great day. By the way, Jason Lott. Is it Jason Lott? Is it Jason? Jason, you are the star of the stream. By the way, I always give a star of the stream at the end of the thing. So shout out to you. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.